Hey everyone! Welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about money, lots of money. The biggest pay package in corporate history. Tesla shareholders just approved something absolutely massive recently. Elon Musk's compensation plan worth incredible amounts. We're talking about $1 trillion potentially here. Yes, you heard that right. Trillion with a T. It's the largest corporate pay package ever created. Nothing else even comes close to this amount. This decision has people talking everywhere right now. Some think it's justified and deserved completely. Others think it's absolutely insane and excessive. So what exactly did shareholders approve here? Why is it so enormous in scale? Is Musk worth this much money, really? Today we break it all down simply. We'll explore what happened and what it means. Let's dive into this incredible business story. Let's start with what actually happened here recently. Tesla held a shareholder vote on Musk's compensation. The vote happened, and shareholders said yes overwhelmingly. This wasn't a new pay package being created. Actually, it was approved back in 2018 originally, but a court threw it out later on. A Delaware judge ruled the original approval was flawed. The process wasn't fair to shareholders back then, so Tesla had to vote again recently. This time, shareholders approved it again by large majority. About 72% of votes supported the compensation plan. That's a pretty strong endorsement from owners. So what exactly is this compensation package worth? The numbers are truly staggering and mind-blowing completely. It could reach nearly $1 trillion potentially. Wait, how can a salary be that enormous? It's not a traditional salary at all, actually. It's entirely based on Tesla stock options granted. Musk gets options to buy Tesla stock cheaply. If Tesla's value increases massively over time consistently, those options become extremely valuable to him personally. The package has specific targets Musk must hit. Tesla must reach certain market values and revenues. Only if he achieves these goals does pay out. Let me explain how this compensation structure works. It's actually quite complex, but we'll simplify it. Think of it as performance-based reward system. The package divides into 12 different tranches or stages. Each tranche has specific goals Tesla must achieve. Market capitalization and revenue targets are included clearly. For each tranche Musk completes successfully, he gets options. These options let him buy Tesla stock at 2018 prices. If stock price rises, he profits enormously. When this was designed in 2018, Tesla's value was smaller. About $50 billion market capitalization back then only. The target seemed very ambitious at that time. The highest target was $650 billion market value. That seemed almost impossible to many people then. Critics thought these goals were unrealistic completely and unachievable. But here's what actually happened over the years. Tesla's value exploded way beyond expectations dramatically completely. It became one of the world's most valuable companies. At its peak, Tesla was worth over $1 trillion. Musk hit many of the compensation targets successfully. Those stock options became incredibly valuable as a result. If Musk exercises all his options eventually here, and Tesla's value continues growing substantially over time, the package could be worth nearly $1 trillion. That's why we're talking about such enormous numbers. It's not cash paid up front to him. It's potential value if everything goes perfectly well. So why would shareholders approve such massive compensation? What's the reasoning behind this enormous pay package? Let's understand their perspective on this clearly. Supporters say Musk deserves it for performance delivered. When he got this package, Tesla was struggling. Nobody believed in electric cars succeeding then. Musk transformed Tesla into a powerhouse company completely. From near bankruptcy to trillion-dollar valuation achieved remarkably. He made shareholders incredibly wealthy along the way. If you invested $1,000 in Tesla in 2018, that investment would be worth much more today. Musk created enormous shareholder value undeniably and measurably. The compensation is entirely performance-based. Supporters emphasize strongly. Musk only gets paid if shareholders get rich. If Tesla fails, he gets absolutely nothing. This aligns his interests with shareholder interests perfectly. He's motivated to make Tesla succeed massively. Everyone wins together if company does well. Many shareholders are retail investors who love Tesla. They're devoted fans of Musk and the company. They want to reward him for delivering success. They also worry Musk might leave Tesla entirely. He runs multiple companies like SpaceX and X. This package keeps him focused on Tesla primarily. Without Musk, would Tesla be as successful? Many shareholders believe the answer is absolutely no. He's irreplaceable to the company. They think clearly. But not everyone thinks this is a good idea. Critics have strong arguments against this massive package. Let's hear the other side of debate fairly. First, the amount is just obscenely large, period. No human being needs nearly $1 trillion. It's excessive beyond any reasonable justification, they argue. This money could be used for other purposes. Research and development, worker salaries, expansion plans maybe. Why give it all to one person? Second, critics question if Musk really earned this. Tesla benefited from government subsidies and support substantially. Electric vehicle market timing was perfect for them. Would Tesla succeed without Musk specifically leading it? Maybe, critics say, the company had great products. Other leaders could have achieved similar success, perhaps. Third, the process seems unfair and problematic still. The board members are Musk's friends and allies. Can they really negotiate against his interests objectively? This creates a conflict of interest problem clearly. Independent boards should protect shareholder interests first always. This board seems too close to Musk. Fourth, Musk is already the world's richest person. He doesn't need more money to stay motivated. This seems like greed rather than incentive. Fifth, this sets a terrible precedent for corporations. Other CEOs will demand similar enormous packages now. Corporate compensation will spiral out of control completely. Sixth, Musk is distracted by other companies anyway. He bought Twitter, now called X, recently. He runs SpaceX and other ventures simultaneously always. Is he really focused on Tesla primarily anymore? Critics doubt it based on his behavior. So why reward him so enormously now? Remember, a judge rejected this package once already. Let's understand what happened in that court case. It's important context for this story here. In 2022, a shareholder sued over the compensation. They argued the process was unfair and flawed. The case went to Delaware Chancery Court there. Judge Kathleen McCormick ruled against Tesla in 2024. She said the approval process was deeply flawed. The board wasn't independent enough from Musk. The judge found Musk controlled the negotiation process. Board members had conflicts of interest throughout negotiations. Shareholders weren't properly informed about everything either. She called the compensation unfathomable in her ruling. The largest corporate pay package ever approved anywhere. She couldn't let it stand as approved. This ruling voided the 2018 shareholder approval completely. Tesla had to go back to shareholders. Get a new vote with better process this time. So Tesla held another vote recently in 2024. This time with more disclosure and information. Shareholders approved it again by large majority still. But will this approval hold up in court? That's uncertain and still being determined legally. More legal challenges could come from other shareholders. So what does this whole situation tell us? What are the broader implications beyond just Musk? Let's think about the bigger picture here. First, it shows CEO compensation is totally out of control. The gap between executives and workers keeps growing. This package exemplifies that trend dramatically and clearly. Second, it shows shareholder power has real limits. Even when courts say something is wrong clearly, shareholders can still vote to approve it anyway. Third, it reveals Musk's cult of personality strongly. His supporters are fiercely loyal to him personally. They'll support him regardless of criticism from others. Fourth, it demonstrates how much stock-based compensation can grow. In 2018, nobody imagined these numbers realistically. Tesla's growth made it possible eventually, though. Fifth, it raises questions about corporate governance everywhere. How do we ensure boards act independently? How do we protect all shareholders fairly? Sixth, it might inspire other CEOs to demand more. If Musk gets $1 trillion potentially someday, what will other executives ask for next? What happens next with this compensation package? Will Musk actually receive all this money? Several things could still happen going forward. First, more legal challenges might come from shareholders. Courts could intervene again to block it. The Delaware ruling might not be the final word. Second, Tesla's stock price must continue rising substantially. If the stock drops, those options become worthless. The trillion-dollar valuation depends on continued success completely. Third, Musk must actually exercise the options someday. That means buying the stock and potentially selling. This could affect Tesla's stock price when happening. Fourth, tax implications will be absolutely massive here. Musk will owe enormous taxes on this income. The IRS will get billions from this deal. Fifth, public opinion might shift against this package. If economy struggles or inequality worsens significantly everywhere, this could become a political issue nationally. So that's the story of Musk's historic pay package. The largest corporate compensation in human history potentially. Tesla shareholders approved it despite all controversy surrounding it. Whether you think it's justified or excessive completely, there's no denying it's absolutely unprecedented in scale. Nothing like this has ever happened before. It raises important questions about wealth, fairness, and value. What is any person's work really worth ultimately? Should anyone have nearly $1 trillion? These are questions we'll keep debating for years. Musk's compensation will be studied in business schools as either brilliant incentive design or cautionary tale. Thanks for listening to this incredible business story. What do you think about it personally? Is Musk worth this much money really? Until next time, stay curious about business news. These stories affect our economy and society deeply. Take care, everyone. See you next episode.